Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We've been making our way down through the Steel Watch Foundry and just gotten through some battles with some Steel Watchers and some of their guards and also some of the Gondians. This handwritten ledger appears to be a meticulous record of the Steel Foundry's production cycle. Update mechanical parts of the submersible that had passed their Gondian function warranty date were replaced on 3-day and replaced with new pieces. Used pieces were brought from the dock warehouse back to the shop so points of wear can be noted and preventative measures can be taken to avoid fault or failure. Yeah, so we've got some Gondians that fought as well, including one that we accidentally killed. Hopefully we can avoid killing more. There's still some more enemies around, but I think in our immediate vicinity we've taken care of them. That's not the button I was wanting. Let's see.
How far can I go?
What is going on here? Is this some sort of shrine? I'm trying to figure out who that would be. And I don't know. It doesn't highlight. Bane's Book of Admonitions. Maybe that's Bane. I suppose that makes sense. Book of Adages and Precepts for Baneites, providing the basic tenets of worship for the Lord of Tyranny, with suggested prayers for common situations. The heart of the book is Bane's 12 admonitions, a dozen rules for proper Baneite conduct, with punishment specific for failure to comply. The book opens easily to a page with two of Baneite's most popular admonitions, number 6, the reprimand for leniency, and number 7, the rebuke for false compassion. Alright, if we go up here, we're going to be in a fight with level 11 half-orc. Don't know you. There's a dead guy. And you'll be level 12. Another black gauntlet. So you've got one of the devices almost certainly. Yep. And another Gondian here working on something. There were some people there, but we've dealt with them. I think let's go down here, see what's going on with this lever. That might be the elevator we saw before that we didn't take because I didn't want to just suddenly appear in the middle of their facility. Makes sense. Oh, and that's probably maybe a Steel Watch that would interact with us if we were stepping off the elevator. Scan us, see that we're an enemy, something or other maybe. Nothing here to interact with. A couple of not empty. A couple of locked metal boxes. Just let Astarion deal with them. They're probably more spare parts. That's what it's been the last few times. Difficulty 25 actually. That's significant. Yeah, not spare parts. Grease bottle, smoke powder, acid vial, arrow of many targets. We should use those more. And there was another box over here. I'm hoping to not get noticed by this guy. Ooh, healing potions. Yes, please. Elixir of radiant resistance. So I was thinking about the guy that we burned here. He died to radiant and fire damage, as I recall, which makes me think, because radiant was involved, it's got to be something to do with Shadowheart. And she does have that effect that she puts on enemies whenever she attacks them, which I didn't think inherently did damage itself, but I'm guessing something triggered because of that. So I probably need to make sure that she's not attacking the Gondians, because apparently the non-lethal doesn't work if she's doing damage afterwards. Nothing here can be interacted with besides Gondians, and I don't really need to steal from them. So we could go up on this side to get up here, but I'm worried I'd be spotted. We do have a door here to check out. Might be better at this point to go back up and around.
Subtle steps.
And then we can fight them and then continue our explorations. And there's no one up on this walkway, it seems. Good. We'll want to check out up there as well. And these bodies, including a Gondian. The rest are just dead corpses we can't investigate. Okay, Astarion, you are first. I did not realize we were still fairly hurt. Possibly should have rested. You're gonna need to dash. So we've got, yeah, Gondian here. You are a level 10 Fist of Bane. AC 18, AC 18, AC 18. And then I'm not worried about you. Please don't. I think because we're going to be in the middle of a Gondian, or a Gondian is going to be in the middle of our fight, I'm going to switch us right now to non-lethal, even though that means we won't be getting the cold week here, but particularly with Lae'zel, where if someone provokes an attack of opportunity from her, she takes it with menace and all that. I don't want to accidentally kill him.
Make it hurt.
I'm trying overly hard to keep as many of the Gondians alive as I can. It's not really important, but it feels good. Then you can back off a little ways. Not really, though. Might as well.
Never a dull moment.
Let's see what I could do with Varric. Can I get into a spot where I can line up? No. I keep thinking I want to use Lightning Bolt, but I can't go upstairs. Like, I can't angle it upwards. We've seen that many times. But if I flew to, say, here... then I have the option of either Lightning Bolting... what are your guys' dex saves? I was going to say reflex save. Your dex save is 11. You've got 11, so both of them are going to be zeros. That sounds fantastic to me. Should do a lot of damage. Otherwise, I could just go for Shocking Grasp as usual. Can I get... I actually can get up here. Well, now. I like that even better. Alright, Gondian. Blur seems fine. Let's not attack him. Just for blurring himself. Start out with a jump from you.
Better get to it.
Up the stairs. Don't think it overly matters, but it's a thing. What is your dex save? Also terrible. Well, good. I think Lae'zel still doesn't have her... phase step, whatever it's called. So she's not going to be able to get over here right away. But we do get another turn. So there's not really a harm in killing you now. Or you can just make the save and then it doesn't matter. You're casting silence on yourself. That is an interesting choice. I mean, you're welcome to do it. Can you get to him? Yes. Can you get here? Probably not.
Taking position.
You being in the silence does not matter. And you can't get up there. So, yeah. Focus on taking this guy down. And sadly, it is going to take all 3 hits. So knocked out because of the non-lethal damage, but that's fine. We will finish them off after the fight. Alright, it's finally your turn. What are you going to do?
Motivation sequence.
No surprise there.
Sequence trigger imminent.
Let's see. We will go with someone besides Astarion because I don't want him risking... He's got the lowest intelligence of the party. Let's have you back out of that Aura of Terror. You can then do a sneak attack shot on her. No, we don't need to sneak attack you. We'll do a sneak attack shot on you. You have so little health. Oh, okay. That was fast. And you're dead because I used a ranged weapon. Then move in here.
Can't even catch my
Varric,
breath.
can you turn this off for me? Not enough movement. What if you fly? Then turn this off for me.
Another one down.
Ah, but you're still aggressive. Because of course you are. Come on, they're all down in this area. Fine.
Another step forward.
Shall we cut and run? Step quick.
We'll send you up there and have you stab him non-lethally. Blur's broken. That's fine. Please, just stop. He's going to blur himself. These aren't going to risk killing him. Shadowheart. I don't want you joining this fight because apparently you accidentally kill sometimes. So let's have you go to these two and finish them off.
Let's make this quick.
How did you... Oh, we're still on non-lethal. Right. Poison him. Nope, still 0. You can't finish him off while we're in non-lethal. Huh.
Swift and lethal.
Alright. Hadn't considered that. He's concentrating well. And you are non-lethal? Good. Just have to do an extra check to be sure. Now we turn the non-lethal off. Turn those back on. Okay. And can you finish off him?
Do it.
And him or her? I didn't really get a gender. Either way. Let's see what they have in their pockets. Rives failures as a Banite. Han Rives calls himself a Banite when he's a disgrace to the Tyranny Lord. A Black Gauntlet Rives? What a joke. I should be the Black Gauntlet of the Foundry Lab level. In fact, I'm going to compile a list of Rives' shortcomings for the Overseers. Then they'll see. These are just from the last 10 day alone. Rives failed to reprimand Polendolus for making jokes about Lord Gortash. Rives missed the morning mass to Bane twice. Rives didn't punish Gondian Alfran when she missed her gyronetics quota merely because she'd lost a finger that day in the punch press. I'll think of something. So who is Rives? Don't know. Oh, that's a zombie. Which means it could theoretically get up and attack us. That's awkward. I don't think there's any value in keeping it alive. Goodbye, zombie. I mean, maybe I should have read books to see if there was anything involved there.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Spacious brain removal. An excerpt from A Practical Introduction to Merculite Operatives Operative Necromancy. A note has been scrawled at the top of the pages. Make full use of the motivator should the Gondian artificers prove unwilling. Step 1. Orbital trepanation of the cranium can be completed using the provided trephine or drill. Ensure the surgical tools do not pierce the somatosensory cortex. Sure. Anything of interest on you, I'm not going to loot you. Yeah, you can keep your armor. But I was curious if you had notes or anything. So we've got a headless corpse and a severed head. I suspect those go together. We'll take the parasite. We haven't looted you yet. Alright, that's all of that explored.
Step forward.
And let's see what we have up here. Vessel identified. I'm pleased to report that we have sourced a vessel and pilot to transport the hostages to the Iron Throne. Redhammer is a godless fool, but his love of gold outweighs any moral qualms he might have. He will do for now. Black Gauntlet Han Rives. And parchment. Plain unadorned note. Looks like schematics for making weapons, I'm guessing. Palace Losers List. Palace Wager Record. First break. Anok -1, Frode +3, Yuntz -8, Gudrun +6. Tuesday break. Anok +2, Frode +3, Yuntz -3, Gudrun -2. Thrice day break. Anok -2, Frode -3, Yuntz -3, Gudrun +8. 10-day tally. Gudrun up 12 gold. Yeah, Gudrun's doing really good and Yuntz is doing very bad. But I think that's everything? Yeah. And there wasn't any farther to go down, I don't think. There was this box we hadn't yet gotten to. So I didn't want to get spotted. I don't think we can interact with this. It's not that I'm seeing. So is all we have left to go through that door? Could be. Could grab a bunch of ingots here. I did notice our inventory is effectively full. Because of course it is. Let's send 55 Thieves' Tools to Astarion. That's a weight to get rid of. We'll send all of those to Lae'zel. There we go. The fact that some of our heaviest possessions now are healing potions is kind of mind-boggling. But I will take it. So we are to the control center antechamber. Should have possibly saved before wandering into a random room. I assumed the door would swing open, and it did not. Lula Forza, a human that also looks headless. 2 Bendobras. If this note ever finds its way to you, it means I'm dead, but at least I died trying. As the chief artificer of the Titan Project, I know just what that horror can do, and I'm determined to see it destroyed. Xander Tubin mentioned that if the proper code is entered into the neurocitor, it triggers a fatal psionic feedback loop. I don't know what the code is, but I might be able to guess it. And if I die taking down the Titan, that'll be a good death. I love you, Lula. How to build a Watcher. Gortash hijacked the Gondian Auto Guard project to create his Steel Watchers is remarkable and horrible, and somebody ought to tell it. Might as well be me. The original design for the Auto Guards outwardly resembled the eventual Watchers, but an Auto Guard was designed to be piloted by a small individual in a cockpit in the torso. When Gortash, through some scheming involving fraud and blackmail, took over the Dock Foundry, he scrapped those plans and announced that the Steel Watch would be entirely remote controlled from a central hub. We have no idea that this remote control would involve both Merculite necromancy and Elithid psionics, as finely worked out under duress by Xander Tubin, fitting out a Steel Watcher requires the following steps. A zombie is decapitated and its brain removed. The brain is tadpoled and put in a brain jar where it becomes part of the Absolute's hive mind. The tadpoled brain retains its psionic connection to its undead body. Wow. The undead headless body is wired into the torso of a Steel Watcher. The Absolute Elder Brain sends psionic orders to a jarred brain. The jarred brain passes on the orders to its connected Steel Watcher. All of this telepathic traffic is coordinated through the neurocitor in the control center, but I hope to do something about that. So the brains of zombies are removed and tadpoled, but they still are able to control the zombie body? Like, I get where the Absolute would be able to control the brains. I'm just left being not 100% sure of how a zombie brain is controlling its body remotely. Besides just hand-waving it and saying magic. Which I'm assuming is what they're doing here. Anything of interest in any of these locations? No. We could destroy all these brain jars, and arguably should, because I'm assuming that these correspond to specific Steel Watches somewhere. Like, part of me is thinking that maybe if I leave them around, I can interact with them in some means later when I know more. But I don't think it's worth the risk, because if there are Steel Watchers on the other side of this door that we're walking into, that I could have just destroyed by taking a 20 damage hit on a brain jar, then I should really just take care of them here. It's alright. Let's try... I don't know if these explode, so I'm hoping to stay a bit distant as we do this. Whoa, wrong button, as always. So let's back off over to here. Everyone else, please stand back as well. Okay, didn't seem to explode. That's fine. Can't be too careful. But the idea that I might be... Also, those are gigantic brains, now that I'm looking at them. Like, I get that they are zombie brains and therefore different. Maybe they, like, soaked up the fluids from what they were stored in or something, but those are huge. Like, those brains are like the size of our torso. Like half the size of our torso. Either way, those are massive. I don't want to meet the orc or whatever that those are from. Troll something. Alright, moving forward.
Cursed.
Where again I didn't save first. Before opening random doors. If we're lucky, we'll just find some collapsed Steel Watchers that we've already defeated by destroying the brains. There is so much grossness going on here, and a bunch more brains around. So we'll want to destroy all of these. But supposedly there is a console that we can connect with to just deactivate everything. Automaton component. If we can find more instructions, we might be able to craft something else besides just the crossbow that we made. I don't see any enemies, but it feels weird that there aren't any. So I'm wondering... There we go. I was wondering if we were just too far away for them to render. And we were. Okay, we got another one up there. Another one here. I don't see any Gondians. Maybe we're too far for them to render? Can I hit any of these brains from back here? No. Like, I'd really like to move forward without triggering the fight. See if I can take out some of these just in case it drops That's going to force me to walk forward, isn't it? I assume same distance over here. Yeah. Either way, we're going to have to step forward. Let's try moving here. Still haven't triggered anything. I'd be shocked if this causes any of them to drop, but it'd be super cool. And since Larian is known for being a bit overboard of how things are connected, it wouldn't surprise me if some of these brains are directly connected to specific watchers. Oh, that one didn't die. Nah, doesn't seem like we got that lucky.
Death won't take me yet.
Still didn't trigger the fight. Might as well try and grab this last one that we can easily get to before the fight triggers, just in case, you know? Are they not fighting us? That one walked over here. Also, what am I seeing? I saw something on my map briefly here. Oh, they haven't seen us. What happened here? Whoever did this must still be here. Yeah. You walked down here. Well, I guess let's go here on the left side, take on this guy. We might pull in that one, but hopefully we're far enough away that we aren't fighting all three at once. Even if we are, it's not going to be the end of the world. Okay, initiative rolled. No, we do have all three and Steel Watch time. Where did you come from? Oh dear. Oh, and I again didn't rest because I am smart. All right. Are you... Okay, I was like, are you not an enemy I can target? Just wasn't showing their stats. Level 12, 479. Legendary resistances. We've got a neural switchboard. Cerebral fluid valve. Might be something over here, but my guess is where we input the code. It's probably over there. Do I send someone to walk away from the fight in the hopes that we can overload the Titan as it is? Maybe. Probably Shadowheart. She's the least valuable in a fight.
I won't give in.
You guys have any sort of lightning resistances? You don't. So you're telling me that if I lined the three of you up because you're perfectly lined up, I could just shock all of you. I mean, if you're just going to line yourselves up, I won't say no. Why is that not really hitting him? It is hitting him, which is what matters. But it's weird that... Yeah, it's weird. Oh well. Good hits. You saved. Do you guys have really good deck saves? Oh, right, you do. AC isn't fantastic at 16. What about you? Your deck save's actually pretty terrible. AC 16. Steel Watcher can multi-attack any prone, maimed, or restrained creature. Oh, that is real bad. Because they're very good at making all of us maimed. Huh. Pull back as far as you can, please. Which I guess is that far. We have not done nearly enough damage.
Feel their anguish.
Good hit. Yeah. And also don't group up because we don't want them hitting large numbers of us with a single attack to maim all of us. That's happened in several fights. Also, you probably should have taken some healing
Time to
because
strike.
I didn't think about it.
I will not know failure.
These guys seem to be taking a lot more damage than the ones we fought before. Not sure
Make way.
if something different has happened to cause that. Yeah, don't know. Got that one over there that I need to not forget about. I don't want you using one of the best healing potions, but you are quite injured. Because, again, I did not rest when I should have. And your turn. I could dash with you. It would waste your turn, but that's probably not the end of the world because your actions are not the most profitable. You can fly. Huh. As a bonus action. Well, let's not. Mainly because I should have done that before taking the action. Didn't realize you had fly. I'm really hoping that that saves the day. It's possible we need to get you to the fluid valve. Nothing seems to be interactable over there. So probably try here. If that doesn't do anything, then try over here. Next turn. Alright, Titan. How are you going to wreck our day? Hellfire Curse. Induce a spark of hellfire within a target to give them disadvantage on strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws for 3 turns. With a wisdom save. And you're able to cast it on multiple targets. Fun. I can counterspell it, but it's not telling me what spell level it is. So it's not really a spell. Let's attempt the counterspell. Oh, immune to psychic damage, but it looks like the counterspell happened. Ow. Yes, you do. That's my bad. Good miss. Alright, for you... drink one of the really good ones. I don't want to waste too many of your actions if I don't have to. And you're not maimed, right? Yeah. You're just covered in hellfire. Actually, first, Shadowheart. Drop down a save, and then let's try this neural switchboard, because I don't know what it's going to do. Can't use this right now. Really? Could you use that? Let's try and get you as far as possible. I don't trust the fly, because I don't know how it works since I haven't used your fly before. So you'll waste your turn dashing. And next turn you can try figuring this out. Oh, or this turn. Didn't take an action. So that shattered all of those. Did it? It did not break these ones. No obvious cerebral control here. So, there's supposed to be a code you can put in to shut down the Titan. Is that under the claim that if we had somehow snuck through here without triggering the Watchers, somehow we could have possibly put it in and we just can't use it during combat? That seems entirely not fair. But alright.
Time to kill.
Reduced movement because you're pinned down. Are you? Yes. Oh, movement's reduced by 10. That doesn't matter. Then back off, again away from the rest of the team.
Nothing will stand in my way.
We could get another lightning bolt to hit 3 of them. I don't really have any area spells that aren't dex-based, so they're probably going to make the save, but the Titan shouldn't. That's what matters. There we go, 38 damage to him. You made your save and still took 24. Yeah, failed his saving throw for 38 damage. 38's real good. Not bad at all. And then we'll back up a touch.
Victory awaits.
There we go. I'm going to hold off on taking on the Titan. Let's take out smaller minions first. The level 11 Steel Watchers, the small minions, you know. Oh, and she's out of superiority dice. Yeah, I definitely should have rested first. Mistakes were made. We'll do another counter spell. No point in doing the backlash because he's immune to psychic damage. Hold off the counter spell again. Nice. Good crit. Good miss. Man, Astarion is taking so much damage. We have a stupid number of these big healing potions. So let's... Again, I don't want to waste too many. We're going to have more big fights later. But let's... Oh, I can just have Astarion drink one out of our inventory? That's quite convenient, actually. Good. I don't even need to move them.
Make it hurt.
Then you pull back. I really love that he can move in, attack, and leave. Because of that sluggardly, so that they can't get an attack of opportunity on him. It's so great.
Time to push my luck again.
Let's see. I could go for another lightning bolt. It'd be my last... No, I'd be moving up to level 5 spells to pull it off. But if I was somewhere like here, I might be able to hit all 3 of them again. Little bit risky. I'm gonna hopefully not hit Lae'zel. I think target is blocked. What target is blocked? Okay, that's hitting all of them. No target is blocked. Lae'zel's not getting hit. That's what I'm looking for. And then, I don't know, back up out of there as best you can.
I will ascend. No time to waste.
Good stuff. And hopefully, he's resistant to fire, but he should still take some of this damage, I hope, if he stays within the blast zone. Yeah. And so far he hasn't moved. He's still where he started. which I do find strange.
Need to stay focused.
Now oh, I should have had her use... I can undo your end turn and have you drink a potion. I don't need to waste any of the great potions. That'll be good enough. Then you end your turn. Back to you, Shadowheart.
On my way.
I think I'll just go with... Wow, 9% versus 56%. Those are terrible. Let's go there. Give advantage on that attack for the next person. Or you can miss. That's fine. Oh, he did move out of it. Steel Watch will be in every city, on every street in the Forgotten Realms. It is inevitable. You can believe what you want. I will... Level 5. Either way, we're going to counterspell again. Because I don't know what that curse does, but it sounds terrible. No? Alright, what does Bulwark do? Repair Matrix. While in its defensive state, the Steel Watcher becomes unyielding and can use its Repair Matrix, Hellfire Missiles, and Repelling Protocol. Okay, what are all of those? Unyielding. Only an attack dealing at least 15 damage can harm this Steel Watch. How often can you go into this mode? Repair Matrix. At the start of this turn, restore servos heal this Steel Watcher 3d8. Hellfire Missiles do absurd damage, 96d6. Shoot 24 Hellfire Missiles upwards that rain down on enemies. Each missile deals 4 to 24 damage. No. And ignores resistances and immunities. Very no. Repelling Protocol. Expel a wave of force to push assailants back 27 feet and knock them prone, doing 2d8 thunder damage. As a bonus action. Well, that's really not cool. And you have 75 temporary hit points. Well, Astarion could hit you with sneak attack just to get some damage in. And then do his offhand attacks here. Maybe. Because the sneak attack should do more than 15 damage.
With pleasure.
There you go. So the basic attack did nothing. Because, of course, they're treating the basic attack and sneak attack as separate. Which is usually beneficial when back in the day when I was using Sonic Overload a lot. That was helpful, but now the fact they treat them as separate, which meant that attack, even as a crit, it was 12 damage. And therefore completely ignored. Versus this one rolled 57 damage, which got cut in half because of your resistance to piercing, but 27 damage was still enough to hurt you. That's brutal. Alright, we can then do a couple of offhands. Please don't step in the fire.
Yes.
Maybe extra careful of your movement. Yeah, don't waste your Luck of the Far Realms on your offhands. Oh, you can't back away. Fun. Good stuff.
What now?
It's probably not a problem. We're getting the heck out of here. That's death. And I'm also running out of my best spells. I have one 6th level spell left. And then I'm down to 1st and 2nd. Yikes. Immune to psychic. What can I do? Resist fire. I mean, there's always the idea that I've tossed out a couple of times of create water on them. Not enough movement. Oh, right. You have to get closer, which is fine. We get you closer, create water. And yes, it covers all of us, which isn't ideal, but since they do a lot of fire, I guess it kind of is ideal. Let's move Varric a tiny bit forward so that he'll be within the blast as well. So that means we have resistance to fire. But more importantly, they only have a weakness to cold, not to lightning. That's strange. Why? Because wet, resistant to fire, vulnerable to lightning and cold. And yet there's no vulnerability to lightning. They just stayed the same. Anyway, we can do cold. So that's not the end of the world.
Heading there.
Come on, can't stay idle.
So if I did Cone of Cold... Nah, there's no way I'm going to be able to get both of them without hitting Astarion. And Astarion can't move any farther. But it would do good damage.
Time to strike.
Let's see what Lae'zel can do to you. If she can take you out, then Astarion will be caught in the blast. That's not ideal. But still. She can't take you out. Are you not provoking tax opportunity if I walk away? Is it because you have a crossbow out rather than a melee weapon? Shove is a bonus action. Can you shove Astarion? How much more movement do you have left? Okay, you've got lots. So if I want to make sure she's not ending her turn inside the blast. But if I had her move, say, over here, then shove Astarion. Sorry, man. And then move back here herself. Then we have Varric look into Cone of Cold. If I had him over, say, around here. No? Is that... Oh, he's too far. Come on. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We Cone of Cold the two of them. It's gonna do probably about 30-ish, 30 to 40 damage, which will be doubled on both of them. And I think that is worth it, but that's going to be the end of our high-level magic. $38 damage. They both succeeded on their saving throws. Of course they did. Con saves. I didn't check that. You got a really good con save. And you've got a really good con save. I guess that's fair. And the ground being ice is not ideal. That's as far as we can move, but we're outside of that blast.
Time to strike.
Yep. Please mark where you're attacking. Oh, okay. Ow. It did its... Yeah, it did its push thing, which caused this one to immediately detonate. Or maybe that would just detonate at the end of its turn. I don't know. So now we've got to attack you. But only things that do at least 15 damage even do anything. You know what? I feel like this fight's going to go for a bit longer. Quite a bit longer. Because of its defense and auto healing. So I think I'm going to end the episode here. And next time we will pick up from here just to see how we end this fight. I'm trying to not have, you know, hour and a half long episodes like I've done accidentally in the past. So we'll put a break here. Next time we will continue trying to take out this Titan. I'm really disappointed that we couldn't activate the switchboard mid-fight. But whatever. Next time we'll try and win the fight the normal way. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.